Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with as we explore many different multidimensional universes, interdimensional universes here on this galactic station. I am Enchantress the Babbler, and you will begin to realize why that is happening. So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with me. I hope that you enjoy it here, that you love it here, and that if you do, you act the motherfudging part. So we're gonna dive right in. So I know that in Western astrology, the Aries new moon is kicking in. In Western astrology, that's around March 21st. All of my videos are previously recorded and aired at later dates. So I believe that when you do receive these messages, it'll be, I don't even know what today's date is. It's gonna be before March 21st or on March 21st. I don't know. We'll see how I do the dates and stuff like that. Either way, whenever you receive this, my friends, welcome, right? So, so here we are, right? So this is that spring, is it equinox, right? Spring equinox, spring equinox. I think that's right, right? And so we're gonna dive into this newness, right? Because new moons invites us, right? And then it's coming from Piscean water. So for those of you that might be new here, you may not be aware, but I do infuse both Western and Eastern, Western astrology and Vedic astrology, Eastern astrology, whatever, however you want to call it, Western, Eastern, I don't know. But I infuse that. So even though we might be moving in the Western astrology into Aries, the moon, Piscean energy is very much still beating alive and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so sorry. So yeah, so there's so much going on, right? So the new moon, right, in Aries especially, is inviting us, as messy as we are, as beautiful as we are, right, in all our emotions and all our complexities, right, all of our wounds, right, and it's urging us, it's urging us to believe in ourselves and our dreams for a brighter future. So this reading is going to be centered on these kind of new moon themes, right? Right? Because it's go time, right? If there's one thing that Aries will teach us in that kind of energy, when they decide something and they do something, they do it, right? So yeah, so the equinox, it is the equinox. The equinox, and you say tomato, I say tomato, marks the beginning of this new year in the zodiac new year, right? So how I was talking about, like, even just, in December, January times, that people might be fighting off that energy of not, like, maybe hermiting or not really feeling motivated towards their goals and stuff like that. It's like, how can you create, right? Spring is all about creation, blooming, seeing the harvest, right? Bloom and stuff like that. So in winter seasons, it's like that barren season and things like that. So it's much more challenging to to feel inspired and motivated to even accomplish or go to task with our goals and stuff like that, right? But now we pop off, right? Now it's that Aries fire. Your inner fire is lit now, right? And that's what this kind of like energy is really all about. Right to the one, right? We're gonna explore, we're gonna dive, we're gonna go in a little bit different a little bit today, guys. But whatever, we're gonna go through, dive in, tap in, turn on too, right? Because Aries, right? So we're gonna go with this fiery energy, right? Is the first fire sign in the zodiac, right? We can all agree. So fire, what does that represent, right? It represents what does fire represent, guys? A little help here. I'm just kidding. All right. But it's right? It illuminates, right? And fire helps things to grow, right? I was talking about that with my subscribers on Instagram at Enchantress ENCHANTRESS. You can follow over there for free, or you can subscribe for just 99 cents, and you get a little bit, a lot of greatness, exclusive content shared nowhere else except over there. But either way, oops, sorry, right? So I was telling them that as a little girl, one of my early on experiences, right, like um in my mentalities was meditation, right? Meditation was so important to me. And now that I understand it from a grander perspective and understanding, wow, like that was ingrained in me in some kind of way. Like when the adults used to ask me, what is it that you want to accomplish, what is it that you want to do, I used to say meditation. Because for me at that age, I had already understood that there's no such thing as silence. So I wanted to accomplish this. I wanted to accomplish meditating, right? And so one of my early meditations was fire meditations, flame activations, candle meditations, right? And so that's what this feels like, right? It's this meditative focus, right? This fire that illuminates, this fire that grows, right? It's magical, right? Any in the equinox, I don't know who speaks like that, right? But it's a magical um creator time. It's like it reminds me of dusk, DUSK, like at that time of dusk, there's an enchantment like in the air, right? But either way, the spring equinox, right here in the northern hemisphere, right? It represents a time of rebirth, right? As life begins to emerge, right? Once again, out of the cold slumber, right? And so Aries is a cardinal fire sign. So it's a visionary, it's an instigator, it's a provocateur, right? So combine those energies with this spring equinox, right? With this new moon, right? It reminds us that both the darkness and the heaviness of the soil and the light and the brightness of the sun are necessary ingredients for growth and creation. Everything is necessary in order to grow, right? The light and the dark. So don't dismiss any of it, because all of it is needed. Both are equally valuable and needed in order for creation. This is that yin and yang, right? This is spoken in Taoism. I don't know if I say that right either. Thick dang. I don't know how to say that either. Thick, nah. I butcher the guy's name, but never mind. Right? And anyways, when you're a seed, right? Think about the seeds, right? The germination of the seeds. When you're a seed, seeds need darkness in order to germinate, to grow, right? So while the seedlings might need light to grow, the seed itself needs the darkness. So these are powerful reminders of truth, that darkness and light are both integral for all of life in order for it to grow, evolve, right? And so all these human misconceptions that equate to darkness as bad and lightness as good, it's really on the spectrum of just war, honestly. Right? Like combative and shit like that. We're not being combative here. We're being evolutionary, revolutionary. Right? It's not about right or wrong. That's a human coin term. Right? And just because we experience darker, denser energies, lower vibrational energies, right? Just because we experience those kind of things, that doesn't make us any less whole or less deserving of the good things, right? That doesn't lessen the value of you, although that's part of the evolution of you, the revolution of you, the healing of you from the trauma, the drama, and all these kind of things, right? But that doesn't make us less deserving of the good to feel whole, right? So the moon is always reminding us of our wholeness through its wholeness. It's her wholeness, right? And our wholeness too, even when it's on the full, when you go through the whole moonology, right? The moon cycles and stuff like that. So the moon is whole always, no matter what version of her that we see, right? And it's the same with you. You are whole no matter what version of you it is that we see, right? It's our perception. Oh, I posted right perception with my cat through the tunnel. And the caption is, it's always about perception. It's always a matter of perception, right? So I like Aries, right? Fellow fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, right? The new moon in Aries has a fire starter energy motivating us to be bold, to go after our dreams, right? But we remember with the touch of Pisces, all in there, we're still in our fields, right? So we can still feel this out, this dreamy sensation, our dreams being made manifest, right? Even if we don't know how to attain them or whatever, we're capable of it in the first place, right? So new beginnings always, right? New moon, new beginning. And things begin to start feeling more tangible now, right? They begin to feel more tangible now. And we have the ability, the opportunity to begin, right? To begin to make this new moon even more powerful for our own lunation, for planting seeds and working out our own manifestations, right? And creating the magic that we desire to create as we deserve, right? So, right, so this new moon invites us to play. Go outside and play. Play your hand. Show up for you. Be involved in your goals and your dreams. Be active in your present. This is a great time for manifestation, to get more in tune, tapped in, turned on with your rituals, setting good, healthy habits for yourself in the now space, right? There's nothing to fear. Despite what's going on all around, there's nothing to fear. So this Aries new moon, igniting our flames and moving forward with courage, right? And faith that everything that you desire to create, you can, you will, you're going to see that through, right? Aries is a fast moving energy, but it's spontaneous. It's spontaneous and impulsive and reactionary, of course. So we got to be mindful in different kind of ways, because we can also be combative, defensive, ego driven, right? So use this Piscean energy too to calm and center our being, right? With our practices. Take deep breaths, go for walks, be out in nature, right? Ground into earth and focus on creating the calm within you, right? We could breathe in and out too, right? So I love that. So there's so much like happening here with so many different things. And so where I'm guided is to talk right from this energy point of expression, of can do attitude. You can do attitude. I can, you can, we can, so we can, right? So I love that. So we're gonna start off, right? We're gonna I make a lot of things. Right, abstract art. This is a great meditative tool. The ingredients inside of this as well is absolutely astounding. It's on its own little, I make a lot of stuff, but either way, this is a very powerful seeing tool. This is mine. I'm not selling this to you. It's not even for sale. This is not even on my website. So I just want you to understand that I'm not selling you anything. I'm sharing. But I did make this. Um, there's many different, I'm telling you, sign up with me. Now this is where I'm telling you, sign up with me. You can for 99 cents on @Enchantress on Instagram for many wonderful ideas and things to do that are beneficial to you and your growth. Or you can even schedule one-on-one with me at witchyutopian.com, and we can get better acquainted and discover your true blueprint as to how and what works best for you. Sometimes, having an intuit scan and helping you to sort out that which you already know, right? I'm not going to be sharing anything that you don't already know, but it's a matter of perspectives and putting things into that kind of perspective and finding your best remedy, right? With clarity and all these kind of things. This is why we're here for each other, to help one another in every kind of way. But either way, this is what keeps it got knocked down, and that's why I'm just sharing with you. But yeah, so it's a SEERS tool. It was nice. Somebody had liked this and had commissioned one for me, but that was because they actually had seen the ones that I have. And so they saw it in person, and I thought that was sweet. I was like, you really want me to do this for you? And so that was really, really nice. But other than that, that was not what this was even about. So we're gonna start off with this, right? Because the cards that are in here, this is sacred geometry, and so sacred geometry is essential, right, to a lot of stuff. So right, they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What if reality is as well? Right. So we live in a time of great transformation and change. Our current collective belief systems can no longer cover the increasing stream of new thinking, new scientific. I don't want to read all of that. Right. But either way. So why is sacred geometry important? How can you use it to benefit your life? So here, this is what we're going to talk about right here before we go in and dive in, right? So as vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and the frequency of our emotions, right? Thoughts are the language of the mind, emotions are the language of the heart, and sacred geometry is the language of the soul. Right? The language the subconscious understands. It's from the subconscious that we can access the quantum field, right? Space of unlimited possibility from which potential can be guided into form to create our reality. Okay, it is often our conscious thinking mind that keeps us from creating the things that we really desire. It prevents us from opening up to the potentials of something new and benevolent entering our lives. Simply because we haven't experienced something before, we don't believe it is possible. We operate from inside a box of beliefs that we have created based on clear, precise, analytical, and logical reasoning. All the stuff our conscious mind loves. To be powerful manifestors and creators of our own reality, we need to invite our conscious mind to loosen the fudge up and to let go, to step out of the way so we can experience something new and transcend our box of beliefs. This is where the cards in this deck come into play. All the images are based on sacred geometry, and sacred geometry works at the soul level. It can be felt deeply, activating parts of us that are conscious and multidimensional. Also, definitely check out my Amazon affiliated shop, because I have a tarot heaven shop in there, and I share all the the ones that I have gotten from there, or that you can get from there and stuff like that, because I am a connoisseur of many eclectic beautiful things. I collect a lot of things, and a lot of the times people love the decks I use. I have over 200 tarot oracle decks. I'm not kidding. I would have had more, but I had purged one time, once upon a time ago. That's another story we could talk about in my evolutionary blog section, right? But I have, it's not an exaggeration, over 200 tarot oracle decks and growing. Along with stuff I make myself too. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. So when I say that everything that's going to be in my Amazon shop is that of approval, that I'm recommending, that I actually use, that I actually like, right? Because there's decks that we get sometimes we're like, and you use it once and, like, that one was a wackadoodle, although I'm really good at picking decks and none of them are ever really wackadoodles. But you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's a wackadoodle. And so I'm not going to put the wackadoodles in the recommendations. So anything that I recommend, like, I would definitely recommend these. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put these in today. So by the time you get this, by the time you receive this video, it's already going to be in the Amazon, and that is in the description box and stuff like that. And of course, you would, I'm sharing is caring, because a lot of people be liking everything that I be using, and although not everything I get from there, but everything that I do get from there that I don't mind to share, right, I'll share it with you guys too. So definitely check out my Amazon affiliated shop, because these will be there, and probably another, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. We'll see. But if you definitely, right? So anyways, yeah, these are very good ones. These are very deep, very good. They're great meditation cards too. You can just, when you turn them over, all of them have symbols, right? These geometric symbols. You can meditate on these, right? Just staring into this, right? Here for 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes is a great enough time, right? So I guess we're gonna leave that one there too, but I will shuffle because that one flipped out, right? Yeah, so this is where the cards in this deck come into play. All images are based on sacred geometry, and sacred geometry works at the soul level. It can be felt deeply, activating parts of us that are subconscious and multidimensional. This is why I call them activation. So these are activation cards, and these are like activation cards, like I told you, were my cards, right? The cards that I make are all activation cards, right? That's why I say meditate on these too, right? These connector cards, they're activation cards too. So these are not for sale either. I'm not selling you anything. I'm sharing again, with the stuff that I make that can be used for the collective, but on a soul level, on a evolutionary level, like, these are beneficial to that which the type of field of work that I do and the stuff that I do, and even to my own soul's revolution. So it's coming from an experience base that, how are these working well in the way that they're being used? You know what I'm saying? Every time I've used these personally for someone else, these are freaking great. So you can screenshot this, right? Look at that. And then, I know that it's not doing it justice here right now. Let me see. Right? But they do look trippy too. Like, if you stare at it for quite some time, things move. They're probably moving now. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I call them activations, because the energy of the activations interacts with your energy, right? So energy blocks can be dissolved, right? Energy blocks can be dissolved. Energy blocks can be dissolved. Energy blocks are dissolved. Energy blocks are dissolved. Energy blocks are dissolved, right? And new connections can be made. New connections are being 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 made. Okay. Allowing room for new insights and perspectives. Right. I receive new insights and perspectives. I receive new insights and perspectives. I receive new insights and perspectives. Right? Activations are catalysts for transformation. They are visual, multidimensional meditation tools. Through sacred geometry, color pattern, light, right? Activations create a bridge between sight and soul that supports your journey inward, the growth and expansion of your consciousness. All you have to do is focus your attention on the image and allow its energy to do its magic, right? And it helps with finer tuning our own awareness, right? All images in this deck are expressions of large concepts such as prosperity, authority, and romantic love, right? That are current for all of us and would serve us through deeper integration and understanding within ourselves and within one another, right? So now that multidimensionality is rapidly saturating every layer of our reality, we need to define many concepts multidimensionally, as well as to include expanded attributes within the layers of the vibrational expression of these concepts, right? So we are asked to fine tune our awareness in order to receive this much more complex expression of reality, right? So look at it this way. Imagine yourself as a radio receiver. You have to tune yourself to the frequency of the station that you want to receive. The better you are tuned into that signal, the more precisely you can match that frequency, the more clear the transmission is. Everything is made of energy. You, the stuff around you, and even your thoughts and your emotions and energy has a frequency measured in waves. Think about all the different wave patterns we already are aware of, such as the radio waves, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared, and visible light rays. These waves carry different information and can be received at different frequencies, right? So do your words, thoughts, emotions, feelings, and dreams. They will carry energy and thus a frequency. In the new energy, there are many more frequencies available to us, all carrying rich and complex attributes of reality. More and more, we are opening up to our capacity to receive this information from these different layers of reality. By finer tuning ourselves to this wide range of information available, we can perceive a reality that's inclusive of all of it, right? So these images bridge into the subconscious. So that's why we're starting with these. I hope you like it. I hope you love it here. If you do act the motherfudging part, okay? Let's heal the aspect of you that watches and doesn't show love. Like, what is up with that? How can you expect to ever be received whole if you're denying certain parts? You know what I'm saying? So the third eye chakra, the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, right? You might identify as an indigo child too, right? So I have my theories on like indigo children as well, because I feel like the generation that like in the 50s or the 60s, right? Like the generation of the 50s, 60s, and maybe some of the 70s, I feel like they're indigo children, like many of them. So like many of our, like depending on your age and stuff like that, like I feel like my parents were indigo children, right? So because of genetics and because of certain kind of factors of reality, it's just like traits and physical characters. Remember, I took genetics too, and so this has been filtering around in my system for a while, like this articulation, this meditation on this kind of, you know, the things that are passed on from parent to child, right? Offspring and things like that. And so there's just so many different things that factor into these kind of realities. And so it's like wherever you are in your evolution, right, up until conception, up until the child's birth and how you are and stuff like that, your children too, like, so it's like how they say the sins of the the parents come onto the child. So this is like bad habits, conditionings, and all this kind of stuff too that can be. So I feel like a lot of, like, let's say late 70s, 80s babies, early 90s, if anything, they might be the offspring of indigo parents. And so they may feel like um they may feel like they've read, like when they read indigo qualities and traits, right? um they feel like that resonates, right? Because it's kind of like, sometimes it's like, even with my daughter, sometimes I'll see something that was part of my conditioning at the time when she was younger that I can see now, and I'll be like, hey, just be mindful, that's not yours, right? Like, that's not that you're getting that from me. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's your truth, right? This is conscious parenting, right? Consciousness parenting. Like, whoa, just address that, bring that, identify that, so that if it is you, then at least you're aware, you're conscious, you bring it from the subconscious to the conscious, and things like that. So I just feel like, because um I feel like the ones that are, like, let's say from the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s, um are the children of the indigos. I feel like you guys are more crystals, right? If we're going to go from these definitions, because you're but because you carry so much of the indigo traits, like from the parent, it might rub off on you in that way. Because think about the vast difference that you are from your indigo parent. Like, if you look at it, from that perspective, you get what I mean? The toxic indigo. Like, anyways, I've spoken about this like a couple of years back and things like that. And if you're ever interested in my thoughts and my own yeah, like my own inner sights from experience, and just downloads and channelings and meditations. Like, I meditate a lot. I've been meditating since I was a small child. It was very important to me. And so I have always been an open channel for information. If you check out my evolutionary blog, then you would understand what I mean about my own personal experience that I've shared, being an open channel, and how challenging that was for me, being so hyper sensitive and aware and tapped in, turned on, tuned into energies, frequencies, vibrations that felt like a tsunami effect of sound, waves, pressure, that was very painful to deal with in a way, you know. But either way, yeah, if you're ever interested in my inner sights, again, you're free to believe as you want. I'm not here to convince you anything, but I've really done some observational skills and have met so many people, like, in my lifetime, and then also in the ethers, the astral, um, just, the claircognizant ways and the channeling waves, and the, automatic writing type ways and things like that. And just, vision, seer, um, traveler, you know, and I think it's really deep, and I think it's really insightful if you are open to evolution in that kind of way. You know what I mean? Because if you were born in those years, like, let's say the late 70s, 80s, and early 90s, and you resonate with indigo description, that might be the shadow side, right, of something that you feel stuck upon. But it might be an inherited trait from your parent, who might actually be the indigo, and you're that crystal light being here to transmute that, transform that, transcribe that, and your children become the rainbows. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm learning just as much as you are. And this is the human speaking at this time. You should hear the difference, know the difference, especially when it's just that flow. But intuition, my intuition glows. Okay? So now you know. But either way, so the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing and our imagination and our psychic power. It could be a life path number 6 here as well, right? You have Scorpio in your chart. You could have been born in June or on the 6th day. Merkaba energy in every kind of way. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. Right? So you can screenshot those too if you like. The Merkaba. Right? Remember, if you're interested in these cards, you can go into the description box, right? And click my Amazon affiliated link. Visit our Tarot Heaven shop, something like that. I don't know. I be naming stuff names, but you can go check that out there. And where you see the Tarot Oracle cards, they will be there. So let's read our third eye chakra. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to our whole. The color indigo is associated with the 6th or third eye chakra located in the middle of the forehead, just above the bridge of the nose. It is linked to our intuition, our insights, and our ability to see beyond three-dimensional reality into the inner world, so that the conscious can merge with the unconscious. In many cultures, the color indigo has been traditionally associated with royalty, power, and wealth, as we often assign to our authoritative figures a higher consciousness that is based on a deeply rooted connection to source. Its senses telepathy. And it's crazy too, like, because even for me, like with these stuff, like this is my mom's favorite color. There's a lot of things that my mom used to say, and when we think about soul talk, spirit talk, and stuff like that, because she was the one that when I would have my episodes and things like that, like she was the one that cared for me. And so never once did she ever make me feel crazy, but it's as though like, sometimes the soul just speaks. So even though she was young, right? Because my mom had me really young. She was 16 years old and she passed away really young. She was 26 years old, and so there was a lot of soul talk preparation that I see later on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, oh my God. Like those are like keynotes, right? So you have had keynotes throughout your entire existence that has prepared you for all that you have experienced and even in the now. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Bring your awareness to your forehead, the point between your eyebrows. Now, silently ask the universe to bring to your awareness a thought, feeling, or image that would serve you right now, in this moment. What comes up? That's what's up. You can do this exercise over and over and over again, helping you to meditate and focus, right? In between your eyebrows, your third eye chakra, right? You can focus on this image, meditate on this image, and focus in between your brow, and then write down script that which you receive, right? So that's nice. And then we have the Merkaba. The word Merkaba can be loosely translated as chariot. It refers to the human light body, the energy field around all humans that is generated by the quantum parts of our DNA. Therefore, this field is quantum as well. It is in this field that we communicate with our consciousness and where our Akashic records are stored. The human Akasha can be described as the total history of everything that a human being has experienced on planet Earth, held as energy in the etheric field around the human being. This energy field has the geometric shape of a star tetrahedron, which consists of two equally sized interlocking fields of tetrahedra pyramids with a common center. Through the counter spinning of these fields while breathing in certain patterns, it is believed that we can change or move our perception of reality into other dimensions. It is why the Merkaba is believed to be the vehicle that allows us to travel through different times and dimensions. How well acquainted are you with your Merkaba energy, your Merkaba chariot? The upper tetrahedron, right, of this activation refers to the masculine aspect. It's fiery colors, right, indicating power, presence, and direction. The light coming out of its corners refers to the capacity, right, to direct energy and presence, right? The downward tetrahedron, right, refers to the feminine aspect, deep, dark, and mysterious, with spirals that indicate the flowing nature of the feminine. Spirals. When these two opposing forces come together in perfect union, the Merkaba activates its full potential. This process is outwardly expressed through our search and manifestation of a love relationship with another, and inwardly through the equally powerful love relationship with ourselves. Both hold the potential of supporting our eternal and infinite capacity to create our reality according to our consciousness. The arrowhead pattern, right? The arrowhead pattern, right over here. Right? The arrowhead pattern refers to our ancient past as well as our alien and off-planet connection to other realities. The water in the background indicates the emotional realm, the guidance system that helps us navigate through the world of energies in relation to our physical bodies. The green and turquoise indicate our heart-based truth, and the surrounding square represents the physical world in which our reality is based. Try this. Close your eyes and move your awareness away from your body. Can you feel the space around it? Now, forget about your body. You can do this. This is like even we do this sometimes, before we do this, like, how like when how you ever dream of like falling and then you like almost, and then you jump awake because you feel like you almost fell off your bed? That feeling is forgetting your body. And it's like the detachment of the astral travel and all this kind of stuff. It's also, it's there's a lot of stuff that happens in between that, but or when you're laying down and resting and right before falling asleep or something like that, right? You're floating away, right? But don't fall asleep. That's the challenge, right? So forget your body. Forget that you have one. Think of nobody, no thing, no place, and no time. If you come from a traumatic background of abuse, whether it doesn't matter the abuse, where you were physically harmed in whatever way, this escapism of the nobody, no place is something that you are quite familiar with. So this is that without the trauma, right? So in your consciousness, right? Because your subconscious might be triggered, nobody, no place, to cause you to have some trapped fear come up. But now in your consciousness and your cognitive awareness, you can be like, oh no, that fear that's coming up is being identified as my trapped trauma that's now being released. Let's do that. Let's release that shit. Releasing all trapped trauma, hurt, pain that comes up, understanding that that fear that might come up to the surface only needs to be released, identified and released, right? So that you can travel freely, right? The charioteer in your chariots. You know what I'm saying? Right? So open your focus and allow your conscious mind to get out of the way. Linger in this place often and see how this is really trippy. I know. I'm being asked to like really reiterate because I'm just like making light of this. I even get freaked out, especially when I get into a really deep trance and I'm being conscious about it, where you can forget, like you might even start seeing, like if you open your eyes and you see a little bit too, you might see smoke, right? You might see like a gray smoke or black, all black. I don't have the answer of how to make you not be afraid. But all I can say from personal experience is no matter what, I have always been safe. And you too. So sometimes it's uneasy to rest in the unknowable. But as long as you know you are safe, you can rest easy and allow for the experience to happen. A lot of people do certain kind of psychedelics to get into this kind of trippy space because our minds block it. So sometimes you want to get something that's going to create, but you don't need to do anything outside. You don't need to take anything to have those trippy like experiences. Breathing can cause you to be trippy. I do this all the time. I discovered getting high off of breathing when I was a little girl because my dad was heavy into martial arts and all this kind of stuff. And I used to do exaggerated breathing and discovered that in my exaggerating breathing, I got lightheaded. And so exaggerated breathing can be fun, but when you learn, like I'm trained now and I have life experience and I teach now. And so you learn different variations of yoga, breath work, and all this kind of stuff. And so then you can put the knowledge in with the experiences that I've had, and I'm like, oh wow, like, you know, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So so just open your focus and allow your conscious mind to get out of the way. Linger in this place often and see how this is changing your perception in your own daily life. Right? So that was nice. I like that. Okay. All right, let's see what beautiful souls. Who is here? Remember, if I don't say anything that's your year or your age, that Don't worry about it. If you're here, you're here. Okay, you could be a life path number 7. You could be 27. You could have been born in 1972. Okay, but you could be 47. You could have been born in 1970, 1971. You could be an Aries, Taurus, Leo, right? You could be a Capricorn and also a Virgo. Life path 1, life path 3, life path 8. You could have been born in 1987, 1984. You could be 48 years old. You could have been born in 1989. You could be 1968. You could be life path number 8, life path number 6, life path number 9. You could be 66 years old, 65. You could be born in 1965, 1999, 1991, 2001. You could be 39 years old, 36 years old, 31 years old. Okay, you could have a moon in Aries, a moon in Libra. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Capricorn. You have a moon in Sagittarius, moon in Libra, moon in Capricorn. Okay. Angel number 237, 723, 277, 772. Right. You could be born December 8th, December 7th. April 8th, April 4th, August 4th, August 7th. Be Taurus, Aries, Sag, Aquarius, Sag again, Pisces, everybody, Cancer. I'm sorry, I didn't see you for a while. Cancer feeling unseen. Be October 12th, December 10th, November 10th, April 7th, 1968, 1965, 1966, 96666, 9999, 319, 913, 107, 701. Okay. Falling. Fall. Oh, sure. I just realized when I used runes too. Hey, where we had that one was, I think this was Fehu. Yeah, Fehu. It's all about financial value and prosperity. Fehu. I know this one's not Fehu. Ansus, communication, learning, wisdom, and signals. Learning something. Some of you might be learning something new too. Right? Learning something new. Welcome, beautiful souls. I don't want this to. So I haven't used on here in quite some time, right? So I like the inner sight from these beauties, right? And so we'll see what messages are gonna come up here for the beautiful souls tapping in, turning on, tuning in, right? The evolution of the we. So we're using that, like that new moon energy, like I was saying, right? And so embarking on that which you desire to inspire, right? You're in your energy of your no, right? And so now you are building, right? You're bridging these worlds, these the evolutions within you, right? Multidimensionally too, right? And so what inner sights can be received at this time that is going to help us in our evolution at this time, that is going to be mind, body, heart, and soul evolutionary and wonderful to receive, even if it's triggering, right? We're open to receive, right? If you like these cards, do check my Amazon affiliated shop. I don't know what to call it. My Amazon shop. I'm just gonna be like, yo, check out my Amazon, yo. Okay. You can have a moon in Libra, be a Libra, sun, moon, rising. Don't have to be. All right. So this moon, right? Moon energy, we're entering new moon too, right? The nurturing of cooperation to perfect our service to others. So the nurturing of our own cooperation to perfect the service to others, right? So moon in Libra in the 6th house, right? Our service to others, finding the balance, the cooperation to perfect our humanitarianism, our service to others, right? Reflecting upon the feelings caused by the decisions that we have about what is good for us, right? So we are evaluating our feelings caused by decisions that we are now making to support, right, better ourselves in healthy, wealthy, stealthy ways. The reactions, paying attention to the reactions resulting from the fairness shown by our work, right? So building and creating that which you sow and starting to see the harvest of that which you know, right? And so there's messages. solutions. So defend relationships, right? The relationships that you're creating, the bridges that you're making, the connections that you're making, defend these relationships as a full-time job, right? Those that you stand for and be about, especially in whatever humanitarianism way that you are, right? Accept the beauty of serving, right? Let your feelings tell you how to do it with your partner, right? And do it a little bit at a time, right? Thank you. Right, so you might be in a position too, right? Especially for the divine counterparts that are here. You might find that there might be even, granted, there's always opposition in everything that we do, but you might find that others might envy your relationship, right? So defending your relationship and the beauty of it too is do it as a full-time job, right? Don't fall asleep upon that either, right? So these I'm gonna use. I might start using these in a lot of the videos, right? Because there's so many career paths, right? That we are each on, and there's going to be so many people that tap in, turn on, tune in with I. And so these cards are pretty cool. These are numerous, right? This is going to reveal to us our careers, our cash money flow, our crown, right? So yeah, so we'll have some fun with this. I'll place them first face down, and you can intuitively choose that which one that calls out to you, and hopefully, this is, again, if the messages are not for you, it's for the next person. Right, there's so many here, so that's why I tap in, turn on, tune in with me. The more you tap in, turn on, tune in with me, and share your energy, not in a hidden kind of way, then that which will be for you will show itself. You know what I'm saying? So for those beautiful souls that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in with I, what messages do we have in regards to the career paths that they're on? Or, and it's crazy too, because you might be a drifter in this kind of department too, where you have so many different talents and skills and so many different avenues of careers, so many different types of jobs that you have had, so many different kind of skill sets you have learned from the different avenues. Like for even I got to explore more than one career path in my lifetime. And so I have a couple of different fields under my belt, right? And so it could be like that, right? And so you might start off in one way, like for 10 plus years while I was raising my daughter, I was in the fashion industry. And so that where I'm from, fashion to where I'm at now, like totally two different sides of the spectrum of life, like, you know what I'm saying? So like that could be you too. You could have started off, let's say, like corporate, and then now are a spiritual freaking guru, healer, communicator, motivational speaker, influencer, author, like, you get what I'm saying? And so there's no stopping our potential, right? There's no stopping that which we do. There's no stopping any of that. So yeah, so this is going to be about that, right? So whoever's tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, and whoever is going to omit their strongest energies too by engaging with I, subscribe to my channel, comment in my stuff, take part in my community board, subscribe to all my other kind of platforms too, and Instagram, Enchantress, ENCH, make your energy known, ENCHANTRESS, right? Enchantress. You can follow for free, or you can subscribe for just 99 cents and be privy to exclusive motherfucking content that you're gonna get a quantum bang for your motherfucking buck. So but right? There's DIY strategy, there's printables, there's exclusive videos, content. You get to ask me, ask the oracle, type, submit your questions. You get a lot of one-on-one personalization, tips, tricks, and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so let's see who we have here. Let's see who we have here. Oops. Let's see who we have here. Let's see who we have here. See who we have here. Let's see who we have here. Let's see who. So many, and my hands are so little. Let's see who we have here. Let's see who we have here. Let's see what careers we have up in here. Let's see what careers we have up in here. So you see, you can see, right? You can be like, oh, that one's mine, right? Or that one's mine, or that one's mine. And you can have more than one because you are multifaceted, you are multidimensional, you are multi-talented. You know what I'm saying? Right, here we go. Here we go. You could be transitioning from a 9 to 5 into a whole soulpreneur, entrepreneur type field, right? All right, let's start because it's gonna get over the board and I'm gonna be pulling more anyway. So let's see who we have here, right? So we're gonna start off with these first 6. Remember, these are not the only 6 that's up in here, but this is who's here. Military, right? So some of you might have been in the military, okay, right? Or have military experience, right? So your salary are based on experience and education. Some of you are chefs up in here, a lot of head cook chefs and things like that. So they have a salary, like things like that. So hold on, let's see. We got some cooks up in here. You can feed me anytime. I love food. And I love food that's made with love. My artists, right? My artists are up in here, right? We're not gonna get caught up in the salaries that these cards have and stuff like that, right? Because you are limitless, you are infinite, and no salary imposed. Like, we'll read it. Feeling fulfilled and self-satisfied. So for those of you who are here, could be working on feeling fulfilled and self-satisfied, or are there too, right? Training and development specialists, right? Financial analysts, yes, right? I think I actually know a few of you as financial analysts. Or people, right? So military salary is based on experience and education, participates in or supports military operations such as combat or training operations or humanitarian or disaster reliefs, right? Some of you may operate, maintain, and repairs equipment, perform technical and support activities. These are, other things into there. Some of you might be supervisors, junior enlisted and personnel. Some of you might just have a high school diploma. All right, some of you look at chefs and head cooks, $53,000 a year, oversees the daily food preparations where food is served, works in restaurants, hotels, and other food service establishments, works early mornings, late evenings, weekends, and holidays, high school diploma and work experience to enter the occupation. Some attend a culinary program and community college, technical school, culinary arts school, or 4-year college. Others learn through apprenticeship programs, or summer use or two self-made, self-taught, okay? Because we have that up in here. Artists and painters, right? $49,000 a year, using a variety of materials and techniques to create art for sale and exhibition. Remember, we're more than one thing. Some of you could be an artist, painter, chef. That was in the military. You get what I'm saying? So there's no limit here, which is what I'm loving about this, right? Right. So chefs, some of you might be interested. This could be hobbies too. You got to remember this. This could be something that you enjoy. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe you are in a different field and you've been thinking about becoming a cook, becoming a baker, becoming like something like that, right? So some of you might be in a different field and are an artist and a painter, and things like that. So some artists share studio space where they also may exhibit their work. You might have an exhibition, a work exhibition. Some you might work in a private studio or in your home. Some of you might have just started sharing all your art online and things like that. Some of you could be working towards your bachelor's, art history, stuff like that, feeling fulfilled and self-satisfied. Did I just have my I don't know if I have my head in the camera. Sorry, I'm reading. So you finally feel free, and some of you could be working on this too, right? Feeling free. You deserve to feel secure. All your hard work is paying off, all right? For those of you tapped in, tuning in, right? You can finally have your cake and eat it too. Even if you're not there yet, act like it's already yours. Being fulfilled is not about having it all, but entrusting the universe that you already have it all, right? Some of you training and development about six-figure salaries, 115,000 a year. Plans, you might coordinate, direct skills, and knowledge enhancement programs for an organization. Stop work in every industry. You could work in every industry, works full time and spends much of their day with people. Bachelor's or master's degree related work experience, right? Financial analyst, 86,000 a year. Guides businesses and individuals in decisions about expanding money to attain future profits. Works in offices. Most work full time and some work more than 40 hours per week. Bachelor's degree. Okay. Let's see who else. What other beautiful souls we have up in here? Who else is here? All right. I salute all of you, right? Or what other coming to, right? Some of you that might not be clear on what field you want to go into because you have so many interests. Ooh. Food science technician, all right, 41,000 a year, investigates new production or processing techniques, assists agriculture and food scientists. Some of you are here like this too, like herbology too, like coming with a new age kind of perspective towards healthy eating that's not like so processed and poisoned, you know what I mean? Associate's degree in biology, chemistry, crop or animal science or a related field. Oh, yes. Food science technician. Who is that here? Right? Who else do we have here? Interesting. Airline and commercial pilots, 130,000 a year. Some of you too are here that this is just something you might be starting, like taking even like classes and learning to fly a plane. Interesting. All right, flies and navigates airplanes, helicopters, and other aircrafts. Variable work schedules with overnight layovers that are more common for airline pilots. Bachelor's degree and experience as a commercial military pilot. Some military pilots up in here. Commercial pilots typically need flight training. All must meet Federal Aviation Administration FAA requirement. Who else? Let me take half of this. Oh, sorry. All right, this fell out. Editor, 61,000 a year, plans, reviews, and revises content for publication, works in offices or from a remote location, stressful because often have tight deadlines, bachelor's degree in communications, journalism, or English, along with writing and proofreading experience. Some of you might not have the education for that, but fell along the career path that gives you the opportunity to do stuff like this, or like copywriting or something like that. You could have gotten certification or something like that too. Woo! Correctional officers, some officers here in bailiff, right? 46,000 a year, correctional officers. Oh, hold on. And then like what I'm hearing too, like, which is cool and stuff like that, feeling satisfied. That's like one of the main priorities and top things. But like you can be like an editor, a bailiff. Like how I was saying, like you could be a baker, an editor, like because you're doing multiple streams, let's say like of income and things like that, using all your talents, your skills, your life, your trainings, like you know what I mean? And so you could be like editor, an artist, fulfilled, right? And also a student too, like right. Who else is here? Come on, come out. The potentials, right, that you have for the career paths that you can take, right? Athletes, so I have some athletes and sports competitors, right? Participates in organized sporting events to entertain spectators, right? Working irregular hours, you could be coaches, things like that. Educators, right? Including evenings, weekends, and holidays, works more than 40 hours a week for several months. I don't agree with that salary because I actually know people that actually do stuff like this and they got 6-figure salaries. Like, so you could be like a director, things like that, and it's way more than that, right? Frequently works outside, therefore may be exposed to all weather conditions, must have superior athletic talent and an extensive knowledge of their sport, right? Because, you know, I work with a lot of athletes too. This I know too. Not necessary, but starting salary, okay, 50,000 a year, let's say, for maybe like a still a college student or something. I don't know. Who else? Right? Professional sports players too. Right? Steady movement flow. You may become self-employed and self-sufficient. Steady work has been provided to you to give you a steady stream of income. Organizing your life has allowed more money to flow into your life. There are huge shifts that are happening right now due to your strong work ethics and your focused determination. You are attracting more money towards you. Beautiful. Who else is here? Who else? Money, money, money. Right? Tattoo artists. Okay, beautiful. Right? Don't listen to that 32,000 a year either, because there's some very dope as fudge tattoo artists. I'm from New York, so you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all make dough, right? Advises clients on tattoo size, color, and suitable placement, creates and designs images to be placed on a specific area of the body, stencils the chosen designs onto client skin, and using a tattoo gun to create a permanent design, experience in art design, right? Who else is here? Right? Life altering tower moments. Big shifts are happening in your life. Instead of why me, ask why is this happening? Things are happening for a reason. Whether you're ready or not, you may need to let go and you may need to walk away from relationships, but they are only for your greatest good. Things are feeling uncomfortable, but just know it's for your greater good. Okay, who else is here? What else is happening? So for some of you might be going through certain kind of transitions, even with work, leaving behind certain kind of toxic environments and jobs and things like that that did not serve you, right? Who else? Right, dental assistants, okay? Provides patient care, takes x-rays, keeps records and schedules. I even like vet techs too, right? Works in dentist office or with animals. I don't know why every animals work full-time. Some states require assistants to graduate from an accredited program and pass an exam, right? Huh? Hold on. Alrighty. So like I'm saying, like, so the emphasis that I want to make here is that um you don't have to be just one thing, and you could have been some of these things as you continue to grow in your evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been at one point a dental assistant in your life, right? And now you're a tattoo artist, you know what I mean? And you coach or something like that, or you teach sports, or you could have been you could have had towering moments and things like that where you maybe didn't even have a job. You could have been unemployed or something like that, and now you're an editor. Now you're the head cook or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And so it just be like this with all this kind of stuff. So dietitian, right? So plans and actor, hold on, signing contracts and legal documents, musician and singer. Hold on, we're gonna get there. Who else? Your journey takes a detour. Dietitian, actor, musician, singer, signing contracts. Hold on, we're gonna go anesthesiologist, working in the medical office, doctor's office. Who else? 2 or 3 more. We're moving on. planting seeds. We'll read these, don't worry. Registered nurse. Biochemist and biophysicist. Really? Okay. Okay. I don't want to judge. Reporter and analyst. Okay. Whatever. Court and municipal and licensed clerk. One more. And one that's hidden. One that's hidden from here. One that is hidden from me here. Talent manager. Okay. KeyNotes. It's talent manager. Right? Beautiful. Right? Some of you want that. Right? Finds work for their clients, actors, writers, directors, athletes, and other creative potential. Sends actors on auditions, setups, meetings, and negotiates contracts. Right? Bachelor's degree in business management or related field. Right? So we got some talent managers, reporters up in here, analysts, right? Keeps the public updated about current events, right? Gossip columnists, right? Works for newspaper websites or magazines, publishers, or in television or radio broadcasting, right? Some are self-employed, works full-time and their schedules vary. Bachelor's degree to enter the occupation, internship, or work experience on a college newspaper, radio station, or television station also may be helpful. All right, biochemist and biophysicist, $95,000 a year, studies the chemical and physical principles of living things and of biological processes, works in laboratories and offices to conduct experiments and analyze the results, PhD to work in independent research and development. Many PhD holders begin their careers in temporary postdoctoral research positions. Bachelor's and master degree holders qualify for some entry-level positions in biochemistry and biophysics. Right? Okay, your journey takes a detour. What you have learned from the past will lead you to the future. Certain people will exit and enter your life for various periods of time. There are still lessons to be learned. What you see as an obstacle is really a blessing in disguise. Do not resist the changes that are happening. Allow them to flow in and out of your life seamlessly, right? And that can feel like that too as an actor, right? So 50,000 a year, expresses ideas and portrays characters in theater, film, television, and other media. Works in production studios, theaters, and theme parks or on location. Assignments are usually short, ranging from 1 day to a few months, enhances their skills through formal education and long-term training. And there's a lot of actors too that have multiple jobs, different things to do so that they can live this life, right? Until their big break and things like that, right? So you got registered nurse, a lot of medical fields here, right? Provides and coordinates patient care and educates patients and the public about various health conditions, works in hospitals, physician's office, home health care services, and nursing care facilities. Others work in outpatient clinics and schools. Bachelor's degree in nursing, an associate's degree in nursing, or diploma from an approved nursing program must be licensed. Dietitian, we said this, right? Plans and conducts food service or nutritional programs to help people lead healthy lives, right? This could be also like meal preps kind of stuff. So I've been fortunate to have done meal prep and stuff like that for clients of mine based off of like being able to provide a service or a need of something. Some of you can be that too, right? Dietitian and personal cooks, right? Too, like, you see what I'm saying? How we can mix and match everything here too, like we're mixing and matching, right? Things like that. So, where are we? Actor, talent manager. Oh, we said signing contracts and legal documents, right? Certain contracts will be held up or prolonged. Use this time to analyze and reflect on your decisions. Be sure to read contracts carefully and consult an attorney when necessary. You will be presented with an opportunity to sign legal documents to expand your life. This could be too for some of you, right? A talent manager scouts you, and there's some stuff that you need to sign and get into at this moment in time that some negotiations being made, right? Right. You could also be musician, singer, right? Actor, entertainer, right? Some kind of entertainer, right? So being discovered, right? Artist, painter, right? Living, feeling fulfilled and self-satisfied, right? So you will form concrete partnerships with either an individual or a business entity. Make sure all parties involved understand their roles, right? And so where was that? Musician, singer, plays instruments or sings for live audiences and in recording studios, performs in various settings such as concert halls, arenas, and clubs. No post-secondary education requirements. Many performers of classical music and opera have at least a bachelor's degree, needs extensive training and regular practice to acquire the skills and knowledge necessary to interpret music at a professional level. Woo. Right, so let us clear our fields. We clear our fields, right? Making the path and the bridge to that which we desire to achieve and have and conquer, making it so, right? Adding love into all that we sow, right? These are the things that we grow. I hope that you are enjoying these messages and that they're helpful to you and that they're insightful. Do share if you can. How these messages resonate with you. All right, so with all of those career options in mind and the infinite potential that we have, what other universal guidance can be given, received at this time that will, remember, if you're interested in any of the decks that I share and stuff like that, definitely check out in my description box, the link that links you to my Amazon shop where you can see. And if you like, especially lots of different things, then you know what I mean. You definitely can check it out over there. But all right. So, what other insights? Advice. Take action. Overcome your fears to take real action to move your business forward. Don't wait or justify. Step out of your comfort zone and take your next action step. And that's with this new moon. Like, this is a great card to fly out in regards to the new moon in Aries energies. So I actually want to write that down. Right? Hi, baby. Right. Free your mind. That was actually given as a gift. So I'm using it. First page. Right. So yeah. Why are you not working now? I don't know why it's not working. We shall see. We shall see. All right, new moon in Aries. Move forward. Right. Take action. New moon in Aries. Move forward. Take action. Right. We're moving forward and taking action. Overcoming fears. Right. What other advice do we have for those tapping in, turning on, tuning in at this time? Give back, right? Donate to your community or causes that are close to your heart. It creates an energy of abundance around you and your business, right? I think I spoke about this in a few, I don't know, I say a few videos back, it could be like 20 videos back. But where, you might be in the spirit of being, is the word altruistic? I don't know, but like, I spoke about my volunteering, my experiences, like as part of, the New York Cares volunteer program, the New York City Hospice, doing certain kind of charities, being more giving of your time, volunteering your time, doing certain kind of different things that you can give back, right? So you could donate, give to charity, different charities that mean something to you, you know what I mean, to help someone less fortunate than you, and to do all these kind of things, not for reward. If you're doing it for reward or recognition or like you want people to applaud for what you're doing and all this kind of stuff, then you're in for another rude awakening, but giving back, right, creates an energy of abundance around you and your business, right? Oop, right, perception, red flags, delusion, perspective, see through your own false beliefs, right? Diversify, content marketing, build the know, like, trust factor with your audience. Be I can say it in my mind, but I can't say ubiquitous in your niche by sharing your content on diverse platforms, right? Having different platforms to share your work on, like, for instance, like, just for an example, like, I'm here on Instagram, I'm here on YouTube, right? And we all have like talk, show up, right? Consistency is queen in marketing and your business online. Show up every day for your audience, give value, and make offers, right? For those, learn, right? You could be learning something too, learning a new skill, getting certified in certain kind of things, work with a mentor, right? You might have a mentor now too, or just someone that you look up to. Work with a mentor to implement the right strategies to get the business results you want. Be open-minded and enthusiastic to learn. You could be learning something new too, right? Design, you could be learning design too. Build a simple and elegant website that attracts buyers who love and engage with your brand, right? Conquer. You have the strength to overcome all challenges on your path to emotional and financial freedom. Keep going. Be unstoppable. Right? I like that. Overcoming fears, becoming unstoppable. Right? Be unstoppable. Right? Master how you handle your thoughts and emotions on a daily basis as a successful entrepreneur. Right? Two more. Schedule, publicize, okay? Avoid overwhelm, save time and energy by automating your social media and marketing. Schedule it on a content calendar, right? Publicize, stop hiding behind your computer, get publicity for your brand, be bold and visible in your market, be the rock star that you are, right? Even scheduling, right? I started to schedule here on my YouTube, right? When I say 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when the videos are uploaded, and being able to create content and have, right, content that is not necessarily, so I previously record, like, by the time you receive these messages, like, time has long passed. This is no longer this day, this time, past, present, future, all meeting together at the same time, you know what I mean? Time travel. And it allows you, it affords you more time to be successful with completion of a lot of things that you want to do, right? Because you're giving yourself more time. Trust, right? Implement a solid marketing plan that builds your clients' trust in you. When you show up consistently for them, they'll know that you care, right? Meditate, what I was saying, right? Go to witchyutopian.com or, subscribe for 99 cents to at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. Okay, practice meditation to connect deeply with spirit, right? Let me help you figure out your meditation blueprint, right? Meditation blueprint, right? Practice meditation to connect deeply with spirit, visualize your next steps, and take inspired action towards your goals and dreams, right? Learn how to find and direct your ideal clients and customers to your offers, website content, and social media channels, right? So learning to promote yourself, learning to be direct, learning to trust in your mastery to be able to schedule and publicize, conquer, right? Because you're learning, and as you learn, you design, you show up for yourself, and you give back, right? You move forward, give back, and your perception shifts as you shift, as you show up, as you learn, as you conquer, as you master, as you schedule, as you meditate, right? As you publicize and direct all these kind of things, everything works in your divine favor, right? So listen to your intuition, be mindful of what your inner being says to you, follow your gut feelings, and stay connected to the divine within. Automate passive income, right? Passive income. Develop ways to add passive income streams to your business so you don't have to work so hard. Earn some income while you sleep. It's nice to wake up, right, to a sale, to a new subscriber, to a new supporter, sponsor, to a new opportunity, to a new business associate, to a new sale, you know? Wisdom with the toxic, right? Removing all toxic perceptions and views with wisdom, right? Right? With wisdom, divine wisdom, right? Time reveals all of that, right? To us as we continue to the arcana of life, the cycles of life, as we cycle in life, right? With wisdom, time reveals all things, especially the removal of the toxicities as you transition and transform certain kind of things into wealth, right? You're creating your legacy wealth, right? Your legacy wealth, this cycle of time, right? As you create the permanence that you seek here, right? The permanence that you seek. These cards are beautiful. My daughter got them for me like 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't know. Some time ago. They were a gift. Right? Using your voice, right? Throat chakra clearing. Right? This cycle of life, this arcana of life, this wisdom of life, this permanence you're creating, this legacy wealth, right? As you transmute the toxic, right? Here on earth, here on land, right? Removing, right? Transmuting, transforming, right? The deceit, right? The deceit that can occur, right? But you transmute that with wisdom, right? Here, so on earth, it can be tricky, but you have creativity, right? You have gifts from the divine that allow you to create in ways that are fruitful for you, right? The people that copy and paste you, they can't make a move until you make a move, right? Right? Use your voice, right? We can do throat chakra activation sessions. You can go to witchyutopian.com. Throat chakra activation stations. Yeah, that is a thing, okay? Session, that's a stations. That's a thing, right? Right? Bringing to death the cycle and the labor, right? Right? Work smarter, not harder, right? For your abundance. I love that. Working smarter, not harder for your abundance. Love that. Whoa. What affirmations of insight do we have that'll be prosperous and helpful to us here on our journey that we're embarking right now to be successful with this new moon energy, right? That's taking off and instilling more faith into that which we create, right? So faith. I have faith that I can manifest the wealth and prosperity that I desire. Faith. I have faith that I can manifest the wealth and prosperity I desire. Good fortune. Right? It's beautiful too. Right? The universe provides me and my family with prospects for good fortune. Right? Courage, right? Grounding, worthiness. Right? This Aries new moon, right? Courage. My fear of rejection does not stop me from bravely going forward, right? Worthiness. I feel worthy and have very special talents that will help me to achieve my dreams. Grounding, right? I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. Right? Visualization, respect, right? I make mental pictures of my goals that are simple and to the point. I'm learning to simplify, right? Respect. I can manifest love and respect when I love and respect myself. Right? Two more. One, two, or three. Attitude, motivation, instincts, right? I attract success and positive people into my life with my positive attitude. Motivation, right? I am motivated and motivated people help me to improve my finances. I love that. Instincts. I act on my instincts and notice the signs and symbols in my life. I love that. Right? If you have yet to like this video and you're this much in, like, what are you waiting for? Use this opportunity to like it. And if you don't want to like it, then thumbs it down. Go ahead, I dare you. Right? See what kind of shit show you fucking generate for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not attached, dude. Right? I'm just looking for generosity and kindness because that is what I bestow upon others, right? In my own ambition and my own awareness. All right. I'm patient, believing that that which I sow, I shall reap. And so patience is with me and gratitude lives in my heart, right? As I relax and go with the flow, right? And knowing that I will receive that which I know I shall receive because I trust, and that is the empowerment, right? Yeah, Skippy. Right, we put into practice that which we believe. I love that. Where did I put this? Oh. Alrighty. Okay. How can you help the success of your business, whatever your business is? Okay. How can you help the success of your business to grow? What do you have to plan, manage in order to grow your business? What insights do we have? What promptings do we have that would be helpful towards the management of your business and the success and its growth? Hi. Where are you going there, Frankie? All right, so what can help you with the growth of your business. What happened, Kitty? You like these cards? Put in my Amazon shop. Trademark. Every trademark you build adds to the financial value of your business, much more than your tangible assets, right? Trademarks identify the brand owner of a product or a service. Registering one protects you from getting copied, though in many countries, an unregistered trademark or service mark is still defensible in certain jurisdictions. So you could be 43 years old, you could be 34 years old, you could be life path 4, life path 3, you could be a Libra. You don't have to be. So have you added trademark symbols to your logo or brand? Have you formally registered your trademarks? And have you considered licensing your brand for others to use? Okay. What else? Communication. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. George Bernard Shaw, playwright. Think through all the communication layers of your company, internally and externally, in real time and in archives, and seek to improve their clarity and ease of access. Consider CRM software, internal chat, file structures, passwords, and policies on when to use emails versus messages versus meetings. Establish norms for communicating and filing information, right? So how and when are meetings and check-ins scheduled? How are relevant people getting relevant information from each other? How can you obsessively reduce distracting notifications? Urgent versus non-urgent or topic-based communication? Which tools or systems can increase efficiency for you? You could be born in 1981. You be a life path number 9, life path number 1, life path number 8. You don't have to be. Okay. And we are going to end it with I wish a bitch would. Because we haven't used these babies in quite some time, at least on here. Okay. At least on here. And I want to thank you all for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with me. I appreciate love, and I'm just so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Whenever you do receive these messages, may you be in the best of spirits, mind, body, heart, and soul. And here we go. What do you wish a bitch would? Fake bitches want to play games like they on some Monopoly, but they're about to get the go straight to jail card based on their ratchet atrocity. Right, I was talking about this in another video. I don't even know, right? People be fake flexing or acting like, a certain type of way, or they're making inflation, like this inflation type shit. Like, it's real, right? So, um, whatever, you know. I wish a bitch would. While you over there crying over spilled milk, I am over here drinking my champagne and bossing up. I like that. So that's something that you could tell about the people that are stressing you, hawking you, gawking you, stalking you, copying you, all this kind of stuff, talking crap about you. While you over there crying over spilled milk, bitch, right? I'm over here drinking my champagne. I'm not drinking champagne, but still, I'm bossing the fudge up. So you got people hating about your boss up, eh, because they fake. That's why. Because ain't nobody real and ain't nobody on and popping and prosperous caring about what you got in your bank account, caring about what you got going on, caring about what you doing. Only miserable people be like that. You'd be surprised the spiritual warfare that be out there with people that want to wipe the smile off your face. They would do anything. They would go to any lengths that they could to wipe the smile off your face. Let me tell you something. Happy people are not doing that. Happy people are not calling people, oh, you so smug. Like, if somebody's doing good or better than them. Happy people are not content people and busy people. There you go. That's another thing too. That's how you could tell how much time a person got on their fucking plate. How much time you got invested in me, bitch. Yo, I'm too busy to be like, how can you be so invested in somebody else? Like the sad time that somebody that they waste investing so much energy about what you're doing. Like all that time you could have been flipping, flopping, stacking, rising, benefiting, quantifying your own experience. But instead they want to be crying over spilled milk, their spilled milk, and how insignificant they feel and how your greatness makes them feel even more insignificant. So they got something to compare and contrast to when they shouldn't be comparing apples to motherfucking oranges. When you do go to my Amazon shop, follow it. Thank you. I don't think it shows me the followers, but follow it so you can be anonymously following. You know what I'm saying? So I wish a bitch would. You are more like an Anakin, while I be a Skywalker, allowing the dark side to crumble your tower while my light force be my own superpower. People be self-sabotaging their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being triggered by my blow up, why don't you look at yourself and see how you can glow up? And that's what we're saying, right? People be mad. Like, there's no person doing their thing hating on you. And then you got people fake beefing with you, like trying to convince other people that you got beef with them. Meanwhile, they're just delusional. You got people forming fake beef with people they've never met and talk about, oh no, I feel something, I feel something. Yeah, psychotic. You know what I'm saying? I wish a bitch would. You could dye your hair blue and sip on that Bacardi shit, but you, my dear, can literally go choke on a pee. I don't know. I don't want to say that. But you know what I mean? See, I like these cards, but I'm not vicious like this. I know that I can be savage in what I have to say, which can appear savage, but it's only the truth. I don't really like um calling people names. Like I don't find that, like I find people to be of the lowest like intelligence when they revert to name calling or like be so superficial like with a lot of stuff. Like I don't but like I can understand humor when I could be like, go stuck on a cactus. Things like that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Bitches don't hate you. They are just jealous. They see all that they could, drowning in their own sad misery. Okay, this is like just whatever, right? So, and it's true, right? Because like that's what we're saying. Happy people are not going to be hating on you. Happy people are not going to be clocking, gawking, hawking that what you're doing. And I don't want to just say happy people, because you could have admirers that hawk, gawk, and clock everything that you do because they just can't get enough of your irresistibility. I get that, okay? I understand that kind of leveling of magnetism. I'm not talking about that because they could be busy people too, very it doing that which they do, but they just keep tabs on you. I'm not talking about those kind of people. I'm talking about that the ones that like that loser kind of energy. Like, what are you doing with your life? Because all that time you spend clocking, hawking, gawking, and hating on me, you're bringing back to yourself. Is that really what you want to create? Instead of folks. Yo. I wish a bitch would play with my intuition and connection with the divine, because uplifted be my hive and my shrine. Like, what happened? What? Spirit got your back every single time. Right? I wish a bitch would. Instead of focusing on me and watching me shine, why don't you focus on you and forget what's mine? Bitches say they're all about women empowerment. Oh, this one gets me. This one gets me. I find that, I'm sorry to say, but women are the worst in this kind of way. Like, they are like, I know they say, oh, men could be haters and all this kind of stuff or whatever, but like, seriously, the insecurities are high here. Maybe heal. Let's heal that divine feminine energy up in here. Because I really don't have a problem with the bitch until she want to have a problem with me. And even when she still want to have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with you, but watch yourself. Because you go and respect me. You ain't gonna get up all in my face. And you could say whatever you want to say from your fucking space over there, because I don't got time, because your energy is irrelevant. Did you hear what I said from my heart, from my strength, from my side over here? That type of beat. You could say whatever you want from over there. You could say over whatever you want over there from your sofa. Let's heal that. Let's heal that hating ass energy, right? And the good exampling of all that we can be is that Hailey Bieber, that Selena Gomez, that Kylie Jenner. I don't mean to talk about like pop trends and all this culture, pop culture kind of nonsense and theatricals, Hollywood, and all this kind of fiascos and all this kind of stuff, but it's a good exampling of that hateful ass energy of women supposed to be empowering each other, and they're just freaking hating and shaming and being bullies and all this kind of stuff and talking about this and that. Like, how come you can sweat and stress a fucking celebrity on their greatness, kiss their ass, worship their fucking feet, and then the next person next to you, your own sister, your own cousin, your own friend, you can't even show no fucking kind of love like that too, like you would to some kind of celebrity? For me, that's crazy. I treat everybody the same. If you great, and I don't give a fuck who you be, what kind of stats you got, and what kind of like whatever. And if I like you a little bit more and all this kind of stuff, is because I have reasons to, not just because of who you are. Trust, I met many beautiful souls in many different kind of industries. I'm not swept away by the glamour of it all, right? So they be saying that shit, but they be some hateful ass witches. It's sad. Let's heal that. Let's Stab you in your heart, in your mind, in your belly, so that you can do what's right, be what's right, heal whatever is wrong within you that makes you be that kind of nasty, right? Nasty. We all have the capacity to be mean and unkind and all this kind of stuff, but like, nah, there's people that like literally just be mean. Yo, in all my years of life, I've never been a mean girl. I'm not saying I've never been mean, but like, that intentional, okay, wait, maybe elementary school and junior high school, I did some teasing. All right, but do you see what years that was? I was a child. There be some catty ass mofos up in here, adults and shit like that. Like, oh my God, like that whole laminating of the eyebrows and shit like that, like they try to shame or talk about, like, this is just a great public exampling, right, of hateful, nasty, mean girls. Mean girls that don't even have their original faces, have the audacity, right, to insult another human being that looks closer to themselves than they fucking do. It's like, what? How dare you? Right? So bitches say they're all about women empowerment, but when a bitch does better than them, they want to shout, she about that clout shit. You hear it here on YouTube too. Oh, right. People, when they want to be shady and right. So people clout chase, right? They'll highlight like popular people because they want to jump on those trends. But and then like, nah, it's be phony, yo. Be phony. Color me blind, color me sublime. You be on Nickelodeon getting some slime. Okay. All right, what else? You could sip on your tea and throw me some shade, but I'd be sitting in the sun counting my bills, becoming interest paid. What? Right? People think, right, that you want the same thing, right? But they don't know you're something and they don't know you're anything. They don't know anything, especially if you have a social media presence or online, or you're famous in some kind of way, some kind of celebrity, some where you're known, right? You're known in your industry, you're known in your hometown, you're known or whatever, right? Um, but people don't know. You get what I'm saying? They don't know what kind of deals you make behind the scenes. They don't know what kind of business transactions you got. They don't know what kind of certifications, diplomacies, and what kind of connections you fucking have. They're looking for the cloud here in the front, but the deals be happening in the back. You get what I'm saying? You want to get loud and cry out wolf, but you're the one in sheep's clothing, acting like a murdering crook, taking the pages right out of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's book. Right? You may want to get loud and almighty with your nonsense, but bitch, I am good at turning down the volume on unnecessary bullshit. Why don't you look in the mirror and see what you're all about instead of focusing on bullshit and throwing out doubts? Bitches want to act like they're cute and judge you for doing you, but bitch, who would you be without your eyebrows done and your fake? I could get a man degree. I could get a man degree. Wait, let me read that again. Bitches want to act like they're cute and judge you for doing you, but bitch, who would you be without your eyebrows done and your fake? I could get a man degree. Oh, the settlements. Like, oh, I could get a man. I could get a man too. That's like the easiest thing we could do. Are you freaking kidding me? You got that power between your legs. That's the easiest thing you can do. Don't come at me, Simon. Be like, I can get a man. Like, you could get many men, as you can see as you tunnel through. Like, are you kidding me? Don't come at me sideways. It'll be trains up in here. for free for no reason except that they like to be that leveling of, they think that that's gonna be some kind of level up. You know what I mean? Be so loose. You may want to whine, bitch, and moan, but stop acting like a 7-year-old bitch. You grown. Okay. Let's see what else. Stop acting like a victim and that everyone is against you. You're the one who put that bullseye right on you, boo. You may try to cancel me and throw me under the bus, but I just take this harassment as a way to level up. Let me show you something about the online bullying and stuff like that I had to endure. And it took a while for me to put 2 and 2 together with certain kind of things. Granted, it's different groupings, different stuff, different reasons, different seasons. But when it all began, I can't believe that I didn't put 2 and 2 together about the nonsense of catty bitch that it could be, right? But for 6 motherfucking years, like, oh, like, see, because it's like 6 or 7 now. So like, but for the first, like, say 2-3 years, I'm talking about massive harassment on all my medias, right? Massive harassment on my business line, massive harassment on my emails, massive harassment on my business line text messages. Like, it was insane. The leveling of harassment. Who has time for that? A loser. A loser. A loser. Because I sure as hell don't got time for that. Especially when you stacking, growing, infinitely growing and sowing and breeding and seeding and doing that which you need to be. Who got time for that? Some people online, they get paid for that. I've discovered those a few years back, like 10 years ago or so. The paid trolls. If you ain't a paid troll and you're being a bully or an online like, you're a loser. Anybody trying to bully you out of your position, out of your rank, out of your confidence, out of your dreams and all this kind of stuff, they're a fucking loser. Do you hear me? You stand up, you stand firm, you stand strong, knowing that, damn, you trying to take me out because you weak and you are nothing. You're irrelevant. You want to act like a stupid hoe being my enemy when you could have been my homie out here rolling and not fucking with me? That's on you. The thought of me triggers you so immensely, making your brains act so densely. Instead of staying in your lane and hyping me up, you want to go around and bitch, acting like a queen stole your damn cup. Loser. What happened, sweetheart? You want to act ratchet, you want to act hood, but I be praying to Jesus knowing it's all good. While you over there crying over spilled milk, I'm over here drinking my champagne and bossing up. All right, anymore? Let's see. I must admit, I wanted to take you down, but then I would look like a basic bitch clown. What's the point on trying to fight a fool when I have way too much other fucking shit to do? I will whip your ass. That person knows exactly who the fudge I'm talking to. Don't play with me. Be glad I'm not the fighter anymore. But I don't mean that bitch don't live in me. You know what I'm saying? The best part of waking up is knowing a basic bitch can't fuck you up. Spirit. Cannot. Yo, how dope is that last card? I'm like, how dope is that last card? It's just like, blah, blah, blah. Right. So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I hope that you enjoyed all of these messages. Make sure to check out the playlists, right? All the wonderful playlists that are there for you to catch up and tune in, tap in, turn on, tune in with. You can also go to the community board. And always check daily back, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a quantum beat. You can go to witchyutopian.com. You can subscribe and follow on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHAN Andromeda, ENCHANTRESS. right? You can also find me on TikTok, Alchemistic Poetess, I'm gonna kick her ass. Alchemistic, all right, ALCHEMYSTIC Poetess, POETESS. I'm gonna kick your ass. Go. Right. Okay, so yeah, you can also get the Darker Night Light of My Soul, right? You can check out that playlist too and see if that's a love oracle book you would be interested in. But we are doing the book reading here too, so you can check out the playlist. But it's the Darker Night Light of My Soul, Volume 1, Love Bites, Volume 2, Death Becomes Her, coming to a theater stage near you soon. But either way, you can turn to any random page for your divine inspiration, elevation, evolution, oracle message that will be alchemized just for you at any given time. You can read the book from start to finish and dive into that rabbit hole of, oh my goodness, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Yeah, definitely. And till next time, bye.